Hey guys, it's Alyssa here, and today I wanted to do a non-book related video because I had wanted to start doing them this year and I'm trying to hold myself to that. This is a really vulnerable video for me to make, but I feel like I have to make it because I need to be truthful to myself, and it's something that I need to work on. I need to stop lying to myself about it, and I'm hoping that by making this video it'll kind of help me with that, maybe. I don't know. In this video, this whole video, which you can tell by the title, I'm gonna be talking about weight and weight loss and all the things around that. So if that's a topic you don't like listening to or talking about or anything like that, then please don't watch this. I wouldn't want it to affect you in any way. I guess let's just start from the very beginning. And by beginning, I mean, I guess let's talk about my body. Angle needs to be slightly better. Just to kind of like, I have to describe it to get to like the rest of the story and why I'm making this video. My weight for my entire life has always been that I've been fat. It's like literally like talked about how I was skinny for, I think, 2 months after I was born, and ever since then I've been fat. There's never been a time in my life where I've not been fat. I was a fat kid, I was a fat teen, I've been a fat adult. This has been my entire life. In hidden age where I was like puberty hit, and then like my whole life I'd be staying this way. It just was always my thing, like that was always me. And I didn't really ever notice it, to be honest. Like, I wasn't a fat kid who was self-conscious. My immediate family, the people in my household, were always good at it never really being mentioned. I mean, I'm sure that I thought about it and I noticed it, but it was never something I was self-conscious about. Like, I don't remember ever being a kid who was self-conscious about the way I looked. It's pretty phenomenal because I know a lot of fat kids go through that. I was never a kid that was like shamed or anything like that. I also wasn't in public school for very long though. I was only in public school till I was like 9, so maybe that made a difference. I don't quite know. Just gradually over the years, as I went from being a kid to a preteen to a teen to an adult, I just gradually gained weight and then stayed at a weight for like my entire teen, and then for like, I don't know, 3-4 years into adulthood, I was just always like the same weight. I've been that weight probably since I was like, I don't know, 15, 16. There have definitely been times in my life where people have commented on what I should do to lose weight and that I should lose weight because it'll be healthy for me. Like, as a kid, it was always assumed that I was the unhealthy one because I was the biggest. I've always been the biggest by a lot. And it was always assumed that I was the least healthy. For a long time, it was like assumed that I was automatically diabetic because I come from a long line of diabetics, and just all that fun, amazing weight shaming that comes with life. I don't by any means think I have it the worst. I am pretty lucky in the sense that it's stopped for a couple years now. I didn't have it the worst by any means. I didn't have my immediate family shame me in any sense. I always felt that my body was my body and that was that. My entire life, I was never self-conscious about my body, believe it or not. Sometimes I think I would get the sense of feeling like it's sometimes uncomfortable being the biggest person in the room. I think especially like as a teen, that is definitely something that made me uncomfortable. It was probably like the biggest insecurity I had when I was like really becoming an adult, was like when it came to like being around others and other people seeing my body. But then like I became an adult and like I really didn't care. Like I really, for most of my life, except for very specific occasions and maybe short periods of time, I don't hate my body. Like, I didn't hate my body at all. Like, it was my body, and that was that, and it was fine. Then kind of when I hit my 20s, like late teens, I'm still in my early 20s, but when I hit like 20, I really started to become really confident. I remember this distinct summer, a few summers back now. I bought my first like high-waisted bikini, and that was like a pivotal moment in me like accepting myself and like accepting my body in spaces outside of just me seeing it. Like I was always okay with me seeing it, but I got uncomfortable with other people seeing it. And then once I started doing that, that was like a pivotal moment of like me no longer being afraid of like my body and like how others view my body. Like it was a whole like thing. Then, oh golly, probably like 2 years ago. No, like, yeah, I think 2 years ago now. I decided to drastically change my eating habits. I decided to drastically change them just because me personally, I wasn't eating the best I could be eating. I knew I could do better. I wanted to prevent myself from becoming a type 2 diabetic. My dad's side of the family are all type 2 diabetics, and they became them relatively young. Believe my grandfather was in his 30s, so it started young in that side of the family, not including all of his, like it's a big problem on that side. And when I was a teen, I found out that I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. I am insulin resistant. No matter what I do, no matter what I eat, I will always be insulin resistant. My body is just never gonna properly do that. I was just like, hey, I want to change. I want to be better. I want to be better. And if weight loss comes with that, then weight loss comes with that. Like I truly started to change my diet because I wanted to feel better about what I was putting in my body. I wanted to feel like I was better about it. I wanted to be more conscious about it. I wanted to know what I was eating and how it was affecting me and how it made me feel. At the time, wasn't really a big fad as it is now. It's really blown up in the past couple of years. At the time, I did keto. I know you may think, oh, you're probably clicking off now. I do believe that I kind of like did like a fast reset for me, and I follow a much more relaxed version of it now. But yeah, that's what I did. That was best for me and my body and my body type and the already illnesses that I have, which is PCOS. I did it and it worked. Had good blood work now for a long time, for like over a year, because I think I got blood work done like 6 months into it. I was always like, for years, I was like pre-diabetic or whatever, like in the very early stages of it. And I got the blood work and it was like completely normal. Like my A1C was great and I was so ecstatic because I was like, oh my God, I was like, at the time it was like a pivotal moment for me because I have a lot of other health issues, and the fact that I was able to do this for me and my body and help myself in this way, I was just like, wow. I was so happy. And I stayed happy for a long time. Within the first 6 months, I'm gonna talk about the weight now because that's a big part of this story. I lost about 30 pounds, a little over 30 pounds. I think about 6 months into it, it just stopped. I stopped losing weight. I haven't lost weight in a year and a half probably. No reason why, it just stopped. And then I kind of kept doing like really strict keto. And then I was like, you know what, I can eat a less strict version of this and still feel good, still have good blood work, still feel good about myself, still feel good about what I'm putting in my body. And I was just, you know, that's kind of what I've been doing for a while now. And this is where it gets tricky. It's been weird. I guess let's talk about like what the weight loss did and how I feel about it and how I'm currently feeling about it and what it's been doing to me. I lost weight, and naturally when you lose weight, everybody talks about it. You're the center of the conversation. It's a big deal, especially when you have family who are not healthy, don't have good blood work, and they see you doing something and you lost weight and this and that and the other thing. You naturally become a part of their conversation. You know, that's just what happened. And at first it didn't really bother me. I don't think it had an impact. I was okay for a long time, I think, and I wasn't bothered by like the weight plateau, because I truly had started it with good intentions, with intentions of being healthy. And if there was weight loss, there was weight loss. It just, that was, if it happened, it happened. I wasn't aiming for a goal. I had no weight in mind. Like, that was literally not why I started it. I didn't have like a goal weight, a goal size, a goal look, like none of that. And I've never in my entire life lost weight before. Like, this was a new thing for me. Like, I'm not, it was a new experience completely. Never in my entire life have I ever lost weight. Ever. I was always fat. I'm still fat. Duh, I'm just a little less fat, but like, I'm still fat. To have this weight loss, and then to not only have the weight loss, but to like have my body change a lot. Like, my body changed a lot. Even after I stopped losing weight, my body kept changing. My body looks totally different than it did for many years that I knew it. I went through puberty really early. I was 10, so my body's looked the same for a long time. So to have it look so different so rapidly was a weird disconnect for me. First, I was like, okay, sure, all right, I could lose weight, that's fine. And then I went through like a couple things. I started to not like how my body looked anymore. I didn't like how it looked in clothes. I didn't like how my stomach looked anymore. I didn't like a lot of it. It was different and weird, and I was like, this isn't the me that I've always known. Like, who is this? And it was so weird because it's such a mixed bag with this whole thing, because on the one hand, I know that I've made healthier choices for myself, and that makes me happy. But like, on the other hand, I've gained all of these body image issues that I never had before, and it makes me sad. It makes me sad, and it makes me sad because when you're following a specific eating regimen, and you start to see these crazy things happening with other people where they lose like 95 pounds in a year, and even though I wasn't like, I want to be whatever weight, I was like, well, why didn't that happen to me? Like, you really do a comparison. And I wasn't that I was trying to get involved with diet culture or anything like that, but I found myself being involved in it. And it's hard to eat a certain way and just to look up recipes, not because you're looking to lose weight, but just to eat better, and to not see people constantly boast about how many pounds and inches and what they look like and what size they are now compared to what they looked like before, and how gross they were before and how great they look now. And I just, it's hard. It's done so much to me mentally, and I hate that. I don't look at myself from before and think, ugh. Like, it's not even that. It's not even like I've become like grossed out or disgusted with my old body, because I still look at that body and I was like, wow, I love it. Like, I loved myself how I looked 30 pounds ago. It's just looking at me now that I get sad at. I struggle a lot with now, feeling like I didn't lose enough weight, and that with how strict I am with eating, I should be smaller. I should be. There are people who eat so much more freely than I do, that weigh 100 pounds less than me and are 8 sizes smaller than me. And, you know, why isn't that me? Why can't that be me? You know? And I've gotten toxic about it. I've gotten to the point where I really like analyze everything I'm eating and how it affects my weight. Can't figure out why I can't lose more weight. I don't know why. I don't know why this is what my weight is at, but it is there. And it hasn't changed at this point in a long time. And I did try going to the doctor and being like, hey, is there anything I could try? And, you get all these suggestions I still would never do. I would never get weight loss surgery. I would never take pills specifically geared towards weight loss. I think I just need to learn to actually start loving where I'm at. Because I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't. And I'm so critical of myself, and I beat myself up about it. And I just really want to go back to like loving me again, like loving how I look, not feeling like I could be better. When I wasn't before, I never thought about it. I was just me, like unapologetically me. I had normal insecurities, like, oh, I don't like that picture, or I don't look like how I look today, but I didn't wake up every morning thinking like, did I gain a pound? Did I lose a pound? Did it stay the same? Did how I eat today affect it? It's gotten that bad. And I need to break it. I need to break it. I need to stop weighing myself, because I know it's a bad habit for me. I need to fix it. And I just want to find the genuine love for myself again that I used to have. And I've worked so hard on being personality-wise so unapologetically myself. I've gotten so good at that. I want that for my body. I want that attitude geared towards my body again. Because before I used to be like super self-conscious about me as a person, like as my personality, but I want to get that way about my body again, and like just be the full package. It's bullcrap. What is the point of this video? To hold myself accountable. To do it. To right here in this moment do it. To just be unapologetically myself. And to tell you that if you're going through something similar, if you've gone through something similar, I'm sorry. It sucks to lose that confidence. It sucks, and I hate it, and I want to fix it, and I'm gonna try really hard to. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I don't know if this was a comprehensive video, but it was just me explaining what I need to do, how I just want to be better with how I view myself and be more body positive, because I love people who are body positive, and I want to be that again. Thanks for watching this video. Talk to me down in the comments, and that's all I got.